Well, I mentioned this to Kate and Wayne, walked up, that I'm a little disappointed. But I welcome you to the grand opening of the Events Center here at Benham's Grove. I'm Brooks Compton, I'm Mayor of the City of Centerville. And on behalf of the City Council, our city staff, we are honored that all of you are here to start this new era at Benham's Grove campus. The City of Centerville has as its core mission to deliver exceptional services through thoughtful governance to ensure progress and stability. We believe that today's grand opening embodies that mission statement. I would like to take just a couple minutes today to make a few individual introductions and some organizations in attendance before we get started this evening. I want to thank the Maverick family for providing the excellent music before, and also will provide music during the course of the ceremony today. So thank you very much for that. We appreciate you doing so. And we have with us tonight the first bride and groom at the Events Center. We have Molly and Adnan. They will be the first ones. They'll be married in July. And Molly and Adnan, if you wouldn't mind saying. And we're going to do a rehearsal wedding right after the ceremony tonight. We thank you, Molly and Adnan, for having the confidence that Randy Bishop here at Benham's Grove and the city would be able to deliver for you and be ready to go for your big day. So thank you very much for starting it off on a good note here. Is Pat Bethel here? Pat Bethel has been actively involved in and served our community in many ways for many years. Pat has generously provided for the improvement here at Benham's Grove, and she's funding the new gazebo on the Benham's Grove campus over by the historic Gerber House. Pat Bethel, thank you for all you've done over all these years for our community. We are very appreciative of your generosity and all you've done. So thank you, Pat. To our outstanding vendors, caterers, florists, those who are providing the linens today, and also, I just want to, for the hors d'oeuvres and the drinks, you've added so much to the event tonight. I just want to thank each of your organizations personally. Bernstein's Catering, Brock Masterson's Catering, City Barbecue Catering, Elite Catering, Rich Taste Catering, and Kohler Catering. Thank you for providing the goods for us tonight. Thank you. As you can tell, we've had professionals in the floral part of our show today. Floral V Design and First the Florist have provided what is a beautiful setting for this event today. So thank you both for doing that today. Everybody knows COSIM's tents and events, and they've worked very closely with the city before on events that have been here at Benham's Grove. They provided the stage, they provided the linens and everything that goes with us. So thank you. We know you're a really great professional company. We've enjoyed working with you over the years, and I know that'll continue. So thank you for providing that service tonight. Our photography tonight is provided by Childers Photography. I think most of you are familiar with them. They do a great job in our community, and thank you very much. A lot of pictures were taken tonight. We'll all be anxious to see those. I feel confident they'll end up on somewhere on one of our social media sites, so look for that coming forward. So Childers, thank you again for doing so. I had a chance to talk with Marty Grunder this evening. He's done a great job up at the Gerber House, and Marty, we really appreciate your company doing that gratis, so thank you very much for doing that, Marty. Marty does a great job, and as you know, Marty has a great business throughout our community, and Marty stepped up when we needed somebody to step up and take care of the Gerber House and move that forward, and Marty, thank you very much for doing so. We have a number of community partners who we really enjoy and value working with and appreciate that you're here tonight to show support for this community center. I would say, just if you don't mind, just holding your applause until we get to the introduction of city council members, at which time extended and loud applause would be very much acceptable and appreciated. So with our government partners tonight, the Washington Township trustees and fiscal officer, I'm pretty sure they're tied up at a meeting tonight, but the chief is here, fire chief is here, Nick Bergman is back there. Nick, thank you, and extend our appreciation for all the support they've given to us. And all of us who have been around for a number of years know that it would not be a good ribbon cutting or an opening if Dale Berry and Lynn were not here. So Dale and Lynn, thank you both for being here. Kristen Marks from Centerville Washington Parks District, they do a terrific job. Liz Foltz from Centerville Washington Library, Debbie Dawkins is here also. Centerville City Schools, David Rohr and the school board. Sugar Creek Township, I think Marvin Mueller, the trustee from Sugar Creek Township, is here tonight. We have a really good working relationship with them. Ed Ross, who's chair of the trustees of Centerville Washington History. He's also the chair of our Board of Architectural Review, which we'll talk about in just a couple more minutes. I believe Brian Martin from Miami Valley Regional Planning Commission is going to be here tonight. He might have gotten held up. I heard he might get held up. We are very fortunate to have with us tonight Mary McDonald, who is our new Montgomery County Commissioner. So Mary, thank you for being here. Appreciate that. We also have with us tonight, I believe, Sarah Mays from the Greene County. She's the new Greene County Commissioner. She is here also this evening. State Representative Phil Plummer, he may have gotten held up. I think there might have been some budget discussions that were going forward today, but he was planning to be here. And we do have our state senator, Willis Blackshear from the 6th District, and we have really enjoyed working with Willis and very supportive of listening to us and taking our comments to the General Assembly. So Willis, thank you for being here. And also Bill Wright from South Metro Chamber of Commerce. I think Bill's going to be here also. From the heart of Centerville, there's not an event that a bunch of them don't show up for. And we're very fortunate. I think we have April, Jesse, Chris, Mitch, Jessica, Jason, Giselle are here from Heart of Centerville. And finally, from the Board of Architectural Review, Ed Ross is the chair of our Board of Architectural Review. The board members, the BAR, they tackled this proposal that came in front of them with enthusiasm and worked constructively with council, staff, and LWC to make the event center what it is today. Ed, as chair of the BAR, and the rest of the Board of Architectural members, they definitely deserve a round of applause. Thank you very much, Board of Architectural Review. In the city of Centerville, we are extremely fortunate to have so many hardworking boards and commissions. Many of them are here tonight, and they're really glad that you participated because you are the support for our community that helps Centerville move forward and our entire community move forward. So thank you, all the boards and commission members. And I'd be remiss if I didn't say that the city of Centerville, we have an outstanding staff. I know on behalf of all city council members, we appreciate the work that you do for the citizens every day. You do outstanding work, and it's led by our city manager, Wayne Davis. It would be inappropriate to be here today and not remember two people who are not. Mayors Shirley Hines and Mayor Sally Beals, who are not with us today. Through their determination and leadership, Shirley and Sally protected this historical site and brought Benham's Grove to life over 30 years ago. It has become what they envisioned it to be. I am certain that both Shirley and Sally are smiling while looking down at us, possibly with a suggestion or two, but smiling nonetheless, and proud of what Benham's Grove has become. Thank you, Mayor Hines and Mayor Beals, for what you brought to our community. Now is the time for sustained applause for City Council. I just want to introduce our city manager, Wayne Davis. Wayne, there is Wayne. He's back in the back, and he came on board in August of 2017 and has really done a terrific job with staff, working with council. We could not be more pleased to have his involvement with the city. We're very lucky that we were able to get him from Montgomery. He's done a great job. Wayne, we're very excited that you're here, very pleased with what you've done, and this really shows what you've done to our community, so thank you, Wayne. Councilmember Jennifer McLaughlin and also John Palcher cannot be here tonight because of commitments. But we do have here tonight, we have our Deputy Mayor, Belinda Kenley, right up front here. And we also have Councilmember Joanne Rao, right up front here. Councilmember Bill Sayre. And Councilmember Mark Ingram. Each of my fellow council members recognize the important relationship that council has in a council-manager form of government. I know that I am not an unbiased observer, but this is a tremendous group to work with. Each member of council recognizes that if we want to fulfill our mission statement, the community is served best by council working as a team, as a united team, with our professional city manager, Wayne Davis, and a professional city staff. It's an honor to be mayor and be part of this team. And I would further like to mention, if I could, and thank Duke Lunsford. Duke, you're around here somewhere? Duke's right over there. For his strong support and advancement of the Event Center during his time on council when he was serving as a council member from 2020 through 2024. Thank you, Duke, and thank you for being here tonight. It has been said that behind every grand opening is a story of late meetings, early mornings, hundreds of group interactions, and a relentless effort to make it happen. The grand opening today of the Centerville Event Center at Benham's Grove is also a story of late meetings, early mornings, strong and consistent community support of this project, and outstanding efforts by our creative city staff, city boards and commissions, and city council who met, reviewed, and worked diligently, thoughtfully, and constructively with the architects and contractors to create this addition to our community and the historical campus here at Benham's Grove. Dreams of a project lead to specific ideas that end up as sketches on the back of napkins or filling yellow legal pads, followed by professional drawings of what could be, and finally the construction with beautiful stone features, open glass vistas, and the striking wood beams we see here today at the Event Center. All of you, and many more who are not able to attend today, can take pride in knowing that you have contributed, whether that be by serving on a city committee or by lending your support in creating not just a place, but in fact creating a community space for all of us to enjoy and our community to take pride in. I want to thank all of you today, as this would not have been possible without your contributions of time, your efforts, your guidance, and support. Thank you very much for being here. And now I'm going to turn it over to who we know as Mr. Benham's Grove, Randy Bishop.
It's a gathering space, it's a space to celebrate life's moments, but still, it's home. My name is Randy Bishop, and I'm the administrator at Benham's Grove. Well, I started with Benham's Grove back in 2001. I started off as a part-time event host. I've been here almost 24 years. When our new city manager, Wayne Davis, started with us, he basically just asked me what my vision was for Benham's Grove and if I had a wish list of what we needed or what we could do better. And I had just told him that because we were basically an outdoor venue, that we needed to build a space to house 200 people year-round. Beforehand, when we were handling large events, we were outdoors under a tent. The downsides to a tent is basically you're at the whim of Mother Nature, so that was the main reason to be able to house people indoors in a heated and air-conditioned space. First time rendering was amazing. An inspiration was like a greenhouse or conservatory idea. There's lots of glass, there's lots of wood, And of course, we had to incorporate the Centerville limestone into the project, which is very important. We're trying to keep the history of this area and the property. It was somebody's home for 105 years, and we wanted to keep that aspect of the property here. So this parcel of land here was originally part of a farm owned by Aaron Nutt, one of our founding fathers, back in 1796. This piece of property was purchased. It's just around about 9 acres, and then it had sold again to Joseph Benham, and then his descendants built the house. We've touched every room in the building, upstairs and downstairs, and outside. We've been open for 33 years, and we've had a lot of people here. So we had to make sure that we fix everything up, make it beautiful. We'll be able to seat 200 guests. It will have a groomsman suite. There's a beautiful bridal suite on the mezzanine level upstairs. There's an outdoor space to do outdoor wedding ceremonies. It's a beautiful space. We want it to be here for generations to come.
We are so fortunate to have Randy working with the city of Centerville and excited about what his thoughts of what this event center can bring to our community. So Randy, thank you for being part of the city of Centerville. We very much appreciate it. At this time, I'm fortunate to introduce LWC Incorporated, John Fabello, and LWC was outstanding to work with. So John?
Thank you, Mayor. Welcome, everybody. I'd like to start by doing a little bit of thank you, and I know that the Mayor's done a great job at acknowledging everyone. There's a couple of folks on the team that I want to acknowledge. And then following Randy, tell you a little bit about how we got here and the design intent and what we did. So I'll start by thanking. No project like this starts without a great client. And we had a great client, as you heard the Mayor talk. From City Council to the Mayor to Randy, Mariah, Kate, Jim, it was passionate. They came with a vision, and no matter what ideas we brought to them, they embraced them. They challenged us, they pushed us, they questioned us, but they always said, show us. So again, thank you. This wouldn't have been possible without your vision and allowing us to work on your project. The next step, once we get the client's vision, we have to architecturally make it happen. And I couldn't have done this, we couldn't have done this without our team. And LWC had a great team that was very passionate about this project. Lucas, Reza, Ashley, all were critical in making this happen. And then we had Sean, who was the construction administrator, to make sure that they're building it like we wanted them to, so thank you. And then once we finished the drawing stage, the next stage is we got to find somebody to build our idea. No matter how good the idea is, without the right construction team that shares in that passion, we can't get this. So we had multiple contractors in this project, but Broombach Construction was the construction company for the event center, and again, caught the vision to a T, and they've been great to work with. And then Grunger Landscaping and Construction was doing the historical campus and mowing the lawn, as Mayor said, and they've been great to work with. So again, thank you for helping us bring this vision to where it is today. It's great. And then to meet the first wedding is even more special as the architect. The best thing about the building is to see it with people. Contractors are great, but it's nice to see them come to life. Quick, I want to kind of wrap it up quick, but I'm going to tell you a little bit about the story. As Randy said, when the client came to us, they wanted a building that could house 200 people year-round. They didn't want a tent. The burden of taking and putting on the tent was putting a lot of wear and tear on the campus. So they said, we have the platform. We want to put a permanent building where the tent is. And we went back in our team and started studying that. And we came back and said, we can't put it there. You know, what's special and magical about the campus is the relationship of the existing house to the barn to the cottage, and the spaces in between them are just as magical as the pieces themselves. So we kind of said, we can't do it there. We have to find another place. And I still remember City Council and the Mayor saying, where? And we said, I don't know yet. We're going to look. And the team said, we want a building that has barn qualities, arboretum qualities, but they wanted it on the historic campus. And we came back and said, let us do some studies and see where else can we put a building of this magnitude that isn't compromising the magic of Benham's Grove. And we came back and said, there's a wooded area that we're not using. Can we put it there? And of course they said, show us. And we did some studies, and a lot of working with the community, working with a historic board. We kind of said we're preserving the magic of historic Benhams as it was, bringing that the history to the current day. And then we want to build this and be respectful, but not copy it. So the idea was to build something that looked like a barn, that when you look at it from the historic campus, it wasn't imposing. It's kind of quiet and subtle. It's this cortin roof that, what's that behind the building? But then when you come in, it's magical. It's an arboretum, you're outdoors, you're almost as special or more special than a tent. And one of the best compliments is when I got here today, somebody said, I don't even realize that I'm inside. It feels like I'm outside. And that's what we wanted to do. So thank you for the opportunity to work on your project. It's been amazing. Thank you.
I think the family's going to perform a musical selection for us at this time. So just sit back and enjoy it. They're very good. That was outstanding. That was terrific. Of course, now the hardest part would be to follow that. But I want to thank one additional person who's here who's really been instrumental working with us, Dan Posniak, and from DSD Advisors. He's been with us all the way on working with our State House representatives and additional our federal legislators. And Dan, thank you very much for being here. I'd like to call up our state representative, Tom Young, who has been very helpful and supportive of this project over the years. Tom?
Well, here we are, right? This has been a dream for many, many years, and when I've used the old house, right, many times with my children and family and weddings, and I will have to say that one thing that I've always felt confident about working in the legislature is supporting this community, because I know that they use their dollars and stretch them and make it work with nothing but high-end quality. It's quite amazing, truly, when I travel around the state and I see the investment that other communities make with historic tax credits and monies that are given, and then I come back home and I see this. It's pretty extraordinary, during COVID and some of the challenges that this community had in trying to get bids. I call it the old house, right? Couldn't get it, right, Wayne? I mean, couldn't get it. And then you're creative, and you call on somebody that's a company that's supported this community and brought the flowers and the beauty year in and year out. And you ask Marty Grunder and his company, can you do this? And he says, yeah, and he does it. And so I'd like to have a round of applause for that company. One of the things that we lack in this community is meeting space. And one thing that we found during COVID, it seemed as if the world had separated. And then COVID brought people outside again. And one of the positive things, besides all the noise, was the fact that people wanted to be with each other again. And this is a perfect space for that to occur. The challenge we have forward is, where do we go from here? And how do we make it even more beautiful? And how do we sell this place and all the things in Uptown? That's one of the challenges I put forth to you, Mayor, to be able to pack this place, which I'm sure you're not going to have any problem doing so. But it's been an honor to support this project, to fight for it in Columbus, and I in the last budget, the capital budget is what we call it, I reminded everyone in our caucus that my communities pay 42% of the taxes in this county, and we've never asked for anything. And we were able to step forward with the help from our senator now and Andrea White and Phil Plummer to help bring this to a reality. I'd like to close by saying there's a gentleman who was a leader in Lorenz and Williams who passed away a couple of weeks ago, or this week, Bear Manita. And this was a dream. He talked to me about this project many times, and his heart was here. So thank you for supporting this, and remember him, and thank you very much for being here today.
Very fortunate to have with us tonight also Senator Willis Blackshear. He took over as our representative at the beginning of the year, and we have, I think, established a really nice working relationship. Senator Blackshear was at our council meeting just a week or so ago and had a great exchange of information, and we're really pleased to have you as our state senator, Senator Blackshear. So we have a couple of comments. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon. I had to look at my watch because it looks like it's 7 or 8 o'clock. So I'll try to be as brief as I can, but you know when you give a politician a mic, you never know what's gonna come out of their mouth. But it is a true honor to stand with you today as we open the doors to something that is more than just a building. It's a promise to the future of this community. The vision for this center began years ago, and today we see the result of that vision, hard work, and collaboration. The new Benham's Grove Event Center represents the best of Centerville. Thoughtful planning, a respect for history, and a commitment to bringing people together. From its beautiful glass-filled design to the use of Centerville limestone, this space reflects both our natural beauty and our shared values. What makes this project so special isn't just the architecture, it's the spirit behind it. This event center is a result of vision, teamwork, and a deep sense of community pride. It's what happens when local leaders, city staff, and residents work together with a clear purpose: to create something meaningful and lasting. Benham's Grove has long been a gathering place. With this new facility, it becomes even more accessible, more welcoming, and more equipped to serve the evolving needs of the city. This center will host weddings, reunions, fundraisers, and city events. But more than that, it will host memories. And that is something that we can all be proud of. Congratulations to everybody who helped bring this project to life. Those who were seen and unseen. You've built more than a space. You've built a legacy. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Just wanted to mention that we did receive a certificate of congratulations from our United States Senator John Husted. He was honored to recognize this event this evening. He's unable to be here, but he did send a proclamation, and we're very appreciative of that, Senator Husted, and we'll send him recognition of doing so. At this time, I'd like our Deputy Mayor, Linda Kinley, if she'd come up and read a proclamation.
I'd like to read a certificate of recognition that we've prepared for this building. Whereas the City Council wishes to celebrate the grand opening of the Benham's Grove Event Center, a landmark addition to the city of Centerville at 166 North Main Street. Whereas the Benham's Grove Event Center will serve as a dynamic venue for community gatherings, weddings, and events, offering versatile space with features such as an outdoor terrace, bridal wing, groom's area, and warming kitchen, accommodating both large and intimate occasions. And whereas this new facility, along with extensive renovations to the historic Gerber House, cottage, barn, gazebo, and surrounding grounds, creates a harmonious blend of modern design and historic preservation, ensuring Benham's Grove remains a cherished part of Centerville's heritage for generations to come, continuing the city's 57-year commitment to progress and stability. And whereas the successive realization of this transformative project is a testament to the collaboration, vision, and dedication of city elected officials, dedicated city staff, citizen volunteers who serve on Centerville boards and commissions, contractors, and Benham's Grove staff, and the support of our community, ensuring the venue will be a lasting source of pride for our community. Now, therefore, Mayor Brooks Compton and City Council members congratulate all those who contributed to the successful completion of the Benham's Grove Events Center and encouraging all citizens to visit and take pride in Benham's Grove. Signed today, June 26, 2025.
I would like, if I could, to just take a moment to read the certificate of recognition that we did receive from Senator John Husted. Senator Husted, who has been a strong supporter of our community and the state of Ohio, said, "I am honored to recognize Benham's Grove on the occasion of the grand opening of their new event center. Benham's Grove is a new 6,000 square foot event and community gathering center featuring a main event space, an outdoor terrace, a bridal wing, a groom's area, and warming kitchen. The space features a park and Victorian homestead accommodating a range of events from small meetings to large formal gatherings. The renovation of the Gerber House, the cottage, the barn, the gazebo, the grounds, the walkways, and the storage buildings here at Benham's Grove will provide the new event center to be able to enable Benham's Grove to extend its season from 6 months to year-round, resulting in a significant increase in the community's use of the Benham's Grove." Senator John Husted asked that we please accept his sincere congratulations on the celebration of this momentous grand opening for the city of Centerville, today signed this 26th day of June, 2025. So thank you, Senator Husted, for honoring us with your proclamation this evening. So at this time, I think Drew will come up because we're going to work on, oh, Drew is up here, okay. I think we'd like council to come up and Mr. Davis to come forward.
Hey, Brooks.
Kind of an inside joke, we don't let Belinda cut the ribbon anymore.
You like that?
So at this time, council, we're going to dedicate the Benham's Grove Event Center today, and this is the Event Center 2025. First Compton Mayor, Linda Cameron, Deputy Mayor, Joanne Brown, City Council, Willis Sayre, City Council, John Palter, City Council, Mark England, City Council, Jennifer McLaughlin, City Council, Wayne S. Davis, City Manager, Northern City Incorporated as the architect, and Grubwall Construction as the general contractor. Thank you for all you've done to make this possible for us. And now I'm going to come down. The story is, Belinda, we had a ribbon cutting at Stubbs Park the other day, and we were going to go 3, 2, 1. Belinda had the scissors, and we got to 3, and she cut the ribbon. So